In North Korea, making history. Kim Jong-un accepted with a hastily organized meeting at the DMZ. Near chaos for staffers and reporters. The new White House press secretary shoving North Korean security aside. But will this surprise meeting have any impact on the nuclear threat? Murderer on the loose. The urgent manhunt at this hour. The convicted killer on the run, skipping the last day of his trial. Questions about why he was out on bond. The scare at the county fair after a toddler dies of E. coli. At least 3 other children sickened. Authorities suspect a popular petting zoo is to blame. Racist attack. Democratic candidates rallying behind Senator Kamala Harris after the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., retweets a post questioning her race. Officer dragged. Stop! Stop! The traffic stop turning into a dangerous confrontation. A deputy hanging from the door. Explosive escape, the emergency just after takeoff, why a fighter pilot was forced to dump his fuel and practice bombs. The terrifying dock collapse, at least 20 people falling into the water. And 50 years of pride, LGBTQ celebrations around the world, record crowds here in New York on the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Whit Johnson, in for Tom Yamas. We begin tonight with President Trump's historic step, becoming the first sitting U.S. president to set foot on North Korean soil. The president crossing over from South Korea, greeted by Kim Jong-un for a last-minute high-stakes meeting at the DMZ. The two leaders behind closed doors for almost an hour. The scene chaotic at times. New White House press secretary Stephanie Grisham reportedly bruised as she shoved aside North Korean security guards to gain access for American journalists. President Trump trying to restart nuclear talks with North Korea and then extending another invitation. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl in Seoul leading us off.
Just 32 hours after extending his unusual invitation with a tweet, President Trump took the final steps north toward the line separating North and South Korea.
Stay low, stay low.
Walking briskly to meet him, a smiling Kim Jong-un.
My friend.
The North Korean leader, one of the world's most brutal dictators, greeted President Trump like an old friend. Good to see you again, he said. I never expected to meet you at this place.
It's my honor. Would you like me to step across?
Then, with a step, the president walked onto North Korean territory.
I'd be very proud to do that. Okay, let's do it. Come on.
Clearly relishing the moment, another handshake before the cameras. The hastily arranged meeting became chaotic as the two men walked back to the South Korean side of the border. The photographers scrambled to capture the moment.
Feel great. It's a great honor to be here.
Chairman Kim, how do you feel?
In a rare move, the reclusive North Korean leader spoke directly to American reporters. I believe, Kim said of Trump, this is an expression of his willingness to eliminate all of the unfortunate past and open a new future. As they stood together before the cameras, President Trump offered up another invitation.
Oh, sorry.
I would invite him right now. Let's go. Let's go to the White House. Absolutely.
As they walked toward the so-called House of Freedom, chaos, security guards blocking the U.S. press. And then a rush to get the American media inside. North Korean security guards attempting to block the way. That's the new White House press secretary, Stephanie Grisham, elbowing and shoving aside a North Korean security guard.
He's good. He's fine.
Kim and Trump met for nearly an hour behind closed doors. The symbolism of the day was powerful, but after this and the two summit meetings, North Korea's nuclear program is still fully in place. In fact, U.S. intelligence believes Kim's nuclear stockpiles have increased since the talks began.
Speed is not the object. We want to see if we can do a really comprehensive good deal. Nobody knows how things turn out, but certainly this was a great day. This was a very legendary, very historic day.
And that future is now the focus. Jonathan Karl joining us from Seoul. And John, this was history today, that big gamble paying off. But as we heard from the president in your report there, nobody knows how any deal with North Korea will turn out. So what's next?
Well, the president announced that there will now be a resumption of lower-level talks with more detail to try to get at that all-elusive nuclear deal, because the bottom line, Whit, is despite all of the incredible symbolism of this day and what we saw unfold, there really has been no progress towards a nuclear deal.
John Karl in Seoul, thank you very much. Next tonight, the urgent manhunt at this hour for a convicted killer on the loose in Dallas. Authorities say the fugitive escaped on the last day of his murder trial, cutting his ankle monitor. Jurors deliberating 15 minutes before finding him guilty as police try to track him down. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos.
Tonight, U.S. Marshals are intensifying their search for a convicted murderer. Rene Carrillo appeared at his Texas murder trial all week. Authorities say he skipped court Thursday as a verdict neared. The accused killer out on bond. Police say he ditched his ankle monitor.
His ankle monitor had been cut off and discarded on the side of the road in Terrell, Texas.
Police releasing this surveillance video from October 2017, where they say Carrillo walks up to that Mercedes car, shoots and kills Giancarlo Casiano Torres in the passenger seat, and wounds a woman with him. All of this stemming from an argument inside a nearby strip club. According to Dallas County court records, Carrillo was released on a $100,000 bond after his arrest for the murder. The victim's family tells ABC News, "There are no words to describe how we feel. I know my son will get justice. He will pay for what he did." Jurors convicted Carrillo even though he was a no-show. He's been sentenced to life in prison. Police say they are re-interviewing Carrillo's family and friends, anyone that knows him, so that they can convince Carrillo to turn himself in. Whit.
All right, Stephanie Ramos, thank you. Now to dangerous storms and blistering heat. Heading into the 4th of July, a large tornado spotted in Bennett County, South Dakota. Several people injured by high winds ripping up tents and tables at a festival in Shirleysburg, Pennsylvania. And a new heat wave brewing in the east for the holiday week. Let's get right to WABC meteorologist Jeff Smith. And Jeff, walk us through the days ahead.
Yeah, it's actually on the periphery of this heat wave where we're getting several rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, we have to deal with some severe weather. Chicago, all the way up toward Rapid City, South Dakota. You check out that futurecast showing those showers and thunderstorms kind of rounding the ridge on the top of that ridge of high pressure, creating all the heat. That heat wave moves off to the east as we head into the middle part of the week. These are heat index values when you combine the heat and the humidity. Above 100 degrees, Columbia, South Carolina, all the way over to Atlanta. Heat indices above 90 as we head up toward Philadelphia. A quick look at that big July 4th forecast. It's hot, it's summery, it's pretty typical. Could be some scattered afternoon thunderstorms in the east. Looks dry and cooler out west.
We'll be watching that heat. Jeff, thank you. Now to tragedy at the San Diego County Fair. Health officials believe a toddler died after contracting E. coli at a petting zoo. 3 other children also sickened. Here's ABC's Marcy Gonzalez.
Tonight, parts of the San Diego County Fair shut down after this 2-year-old boy was infected with E. coli and died.
He's upstairs now, a little angel.
Jedediah Cabuzuela's family says he visited one of his favorite attractions, the petting zoo, washing his hands afterwards. But 4 days later, they say he got sick.
He was hurting so much he almost couldn't cry.
After several more days, health officials explain a rare complication from E. coli killed the toddler. 3 other children who visited the fair were also sickened by the bacteria. Inspectors finding the E. coli likely came either from the petting zoo, livestock exhibits, or pony rides.
There is waste. Potentially a young child could touch it, could walk in it, get it on their sneakers. You know, it's hard to say.
Officials say that in at least 2 of the cases, the child did not wash his or her hands after being around animals, though there were reminders as well as soap and water stations.
Washing hands is very, very important. So when you're touching animals and livestock, always wash your hands very good, a good 20 seconds.
We're told all of the fair's animal exhibits will remain closed. And tonight, officials say the other children who were infected are recovering. Whit?
All right, Marcy, thank you. Now to the race for 2020. The uproar over what Senator Kamala Harris's campaign is calling a racist attack. Donald Trump Jr. facing backlash for retweeting, then deleting a post questioning her race. Senator Harris attending Pride events in San Francisco. Rival candidates taking a timeout from sniping at each other to come to her defense. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
It was a raw and personal story about being a black kid in America.
There was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools, and she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
But a right-wing commentator took offense, questioning Senator Kamala Harris's racial identity, tweeting, "Kamala Harris is not an American black. She is half Indian and half Jamaican. I'm so sick of people robbing American blacks like myself of our history." It drew the attention of the president's oldest son, Donald Trump Jr., who shared it to his millions of followers, asking, "Is this true? Wow." His spokesperson telling ABC News it was a misunderstanding that Don Jr. asked the question because he was unaware of Harris's heritage, adding, once he saw that folks were misconstruing the intent of his tweet, he quickly deleted it. The Harris campaign firing back, saying, "This is the same type of racist attack his father used to attack Barack Obama. It didn't work then, and it won't work now," referring to the so-called birther movement that falsely claimed President Obama was not born in the United States. One of its loudest voices, Donald Trump.
I want him to show his birth certificate.
As a candidate for president, Trump finally acknowledged Obama was born in Hawaii. Harris's 2020 Democratic rivals putting politics aside to come to her defense and going after the president's son.
He tweeted it out and then he deleted it like a coward so he can say, oh, that was just a mistake. But he knows what he's doing. He's giving voice to these racist, utterances about Senator Harris.
This controversy getting a lot of attention. Rachel Scott joining us now from Washington. And Rachel, in that show of unity there, almost immediately, we saw so many of Senator Harris's campaign rivals coming to her defense.
Whit, so many of those Democratic candidates came forward and said they felt like it was their obligation to say something. And as for Senator Harris, there is just no question on where she stands on this. She identifies as a black American. She graduated from a historically black university, and she is a member of the First Black Greek sorority. Whit?
All right, Rachel, thank you. Next tonight, frightening moments for a sheriff's deputy during a traffic stop in Florida. Authorities say the driver appeared agitated and refused to cooperate, suddenly taking off with the deputy hanging from the door. The driver dragging him not once but twice, the deputy with his gun drawn. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Tonight, a driver is facing an attempted murder charge after this routine traffic stop turns into an officer's terrifying ride from the side of an SUV.
I'm telling you right now, stop! Stop!
Watch as Seminole County Deputy Aaron Blaze is dragged twice, clutching onto the side of the car as it speeds away, hanging on for dear life. It started with that traffic stop for an alleged window tinting violation. Police body and dash cameras capturing the entire incident.
I smell marijuana.
38-year-old Rocky Rudolph seemingly becoming agitated and then seen dragging the deputy 20 feet the first time.
Right now! Stop! Stop!
Rudolph stopped briefly, then is seen dragging the deputy again.
Push your hands up! You put it in park!
This time for 100 feet. His body cam falling to the ground, with the deputy managing to shoot Rudolph in the leg.
This is a bad dude who almost killed one of our deputy sheriffs on the side of the road.
The sheriff saying Rudolph was also armed. You can see the deputy fall from the car before Rudolph drove off. And when 8 hours later, police were able to catch up with Rudolph. They took him into custody. He was taken to the hospital with a leg wound. Meantime, the sheriff's deputy has since been released from the hospital. Whit?
Good to know that deputy is recovering. Marcus, thank you. Now to the millions taking part in worldwide Pride celebrations today. A record crowd lining the streets for New York's Pride March, marking the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots and the catalyst for the modern LGBTQ movement. Huge crowds turning out across the country from New York to Chicago to San Francisco. Here's ABC's Diane Macedo.
Today, from Seattle to Chicago, millions hit the streets all across America to celebrate the right to be who they are. This year, New York City is hosting the world's largest LGBTQ event, dubbed World Pride. The celebration comes 50 years after members of the community fought back against a police raid at New York's Stonewall Inn, galvanizing the modern gay rights movement. Earlier this month, the NYPD commissioner apologized for the incident.
The actions taken by the NYPD were wrong, plain and simple. The actions and the laws were discriminatory and oppressive, and for that, I apologize.
Today, the NYPD was out in force, keeping an expected 3 million people safe as they enjoyed celebrity performances and, of course, the massive march. One participant tells our streaming channel, ABC News Live, this moment is